Welcome back, everybody. How was your week? Uh, Javid,
Happy
could
May
you?
Day.
Yes, it is May Day, everyone. Javid, could you give us a recap?
It's all on the wiki. Look it up there.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
The sass.
Well, so we did a lot of going up and down through the levels. I'm surprised we're not exhausted from climbing levels, or maybe our thighs are just that beefy. Go up to the fourth and talk to the. Oh, speaking of talking to the mortician, uh, did Dimitari notice that the cuts and marks on the tiefling resembled the cuts and marks in the on the ship?
That's a good
Sorry,
question.
what?
What's his name? The the Minotaur starts with an A.
Oh, are you asking if they are the same?
Yeah.
No.
Do they?
Yeah,
Do
and I think
the
based off the roll that I had when I was looking at the body, I probably wouldn't have made a connection anyways. And he was so badly burned, all we could see was that his throat was cut, I think.
All right. Let's see. Azrael and Dimitari, I think it was, went to the procurer's order uh, and got the entropy to agree to translate it. Finding out at the same time that the runes on the tiefling's corpse were in Sylvan and were a binding rune that says either blood or binding or something. Let's see. Onyx, I think, is fully decked out now with his underkilt dagger and sheath and breastplate all ruined up. And picked up the friendship necklaces. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, they
Did
probably
he?
gave them to you on the way out.
Yeah,
They're
we sent
wrapped up
Ripper.
though.
Huh?
They're wrapped up though. Like we don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, he talked to
He
him.
just handed me a package and just said, "Give this to the girl."
And let's see. Snow, Javid, and was it Briar? Somebody went down, got checked in as refugees, got assigned a hovel, and eventually everybody met up down there. Then there was a knock on the door. Snow answers the door, gets instantly petrified, and we have to fight for our lives against these horrible beasts who strangely are hardier and smarter than your average basilisk. We managed not to get killed by them. We do another trek up some levels, dragging along a petrified dwarf. Surprisingly, again, not stopped by anybody saying, "Why are you dragging this petrified corpse through the streets?" back down, and then we decide to set up a stakeout at a gate to the wall of the city.
The guards probably didn't
Right.
stop you because, they saw a group of adventurers carrying a petrified dwarf through the city, and they just said, I'm not paid enough for that. And they just...
And I said, "Oh, it must be another Saturday night."
To be fair, it was the lower levels, and the guards in the lower levels are preoccupied taking sacrifices. Whatever evil thing we're unaware of right now.
Maybe.
We do a stakeout, and before long, our efforts pan out. Along comes a little troop of guards with some refugees, and without so much as a buy or leave or what are y'all doing, we kill them, because that's what we do. Except for the captain, or the leader. I don't know, it's a captain. This wasn't Keenback or was it Deepback? Or Keenback
was the captain on the 7th level.
Right, and so whoever was leading this this group, is it Keenback?
No.
Okay. Because Azrael left him manacled to his desk, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so she also... So when her and Briar broke into you, Briar distracted Azrael, broke into the guardhouse. He took an eye that later discovered was like a seeing eye that she destroyed, in addition to leaving him chained at his desk.
All right, yeah. So, where we pick up, you guys have just finished slaying what remains of the guard. You've managed to capture one of them. I think you guys might manage to manacle him, tie him up, make him secure. You're here kind of on the outer edge of the city, around a few mostly abandoned little buildings here. He's just kind of like grunting and struggling in your binds, trying to kind of get out, like, let me out.
Did we already let the refugees go, or are they still kind of standing in the middle of the street?
They're
They
kind
are
of
chained up.
Yeah, they're all kind of chained together, and like they've dropped to their knees pretty much. They're just like sitting there very confused about what's going on around them.
I'm gonna like throw the captain on his face because I'm still big kitty right now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like throw him down and say, Azrael, he's yours now, and then let the
Wait. Before
let the
we
giant's might drop, and then I'm gonna start undoing, like, take all the bags off the refugees' heads and start undoing their binds.
All right. You kind of like pull the little, plain linen sacks off their heads, and they kind of blink up at you, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, don't eat me, sir."
I'm not here to eat you. I'm here to help you. And then just pull my, start. Are they chained or are they roped?
I'll say they're chained. Very fancy manacle. Very fancy dwarven guard manacles.
All right. One of the guards has got, one or more has got to have the keys for these. So we'll start looking at the guards' bodies, and now are they wearing just the regular city guard uniform, or is there anything that distinguishes them from the regular guards?
Well, if you would like to search for the keys, go ahead and do that. And if you are looking at their guard uniforms, go ahead and just give me a perception check.
I have an idea, but no one's gonna like it. I'm gonna take
I
I'm
don't
gonna
like
take
it
my long
already.
sword out, and I'm gonna slice one of the guards like heads in half. I want to see his brain.
Okay. Sure.
I'm
Make a
specifically to see if it's altered or glowing or anything of that nature.
go ahead and make an attack roll. So, Javid, your passive investigation is 11. On the dead guards, you're not able to find any keys. They're kind of wearing their little guard uniforms. They have their weapons and armor on them. And you'd probably find about total like 25 copper pieces and 10 silver pieces amongst their various pocket change.
Mm-hmm.
So while they're
And
searching the other guards, so Azrael's gonna be with the guard captain, and she's gonna like have her hand around his throat, and she's just like punching him and like asking him like, "What are you doing with these refugees? Why are you sacrificing them? What sick god are you working for?" Like just over and over and over again.
All right. Well, I didn't see Onyx's role in the chat, but I see it now on the. So yeah, you're able to just like whack, cleave like one of their heads into the brain spills out. You hear this like gasp from the captives as they're like, "Oh my god, what is he doing?" Type deal. The brain is normal looking. You know, it looks like a
Okay.
mashed up dwarf brain that you have spilled out onto the stone streets. Javid, from what you can tell by looking at them, they're wearing, you know, the regular guard uniform. They look like they came straight out of the guard post here on the lower level.
Onyx, are you getting interested in anatomy?
I was just making sure it wasn't glowing. They said something about the master wouldn't be happy, and we've heard those words before. So
Ah, man. Missed opportunity for
yeah.
learning.
can I like look out the gate? Is there any like long drops near the outside of the gate? Any cliffs for body eating?
Maybe a little ways off, you know. There's this kind of spider webbing catacomb of caves that extends beyond the reach. So you could probably find a cave that is like kind of a steepish drop off and just roll someone down into it.
Oh yeah, bodies are getting cleaned up.
Okay.
I'm dragging bodies out into the catacombs and dumping them after everybody's done with them. I'm not gonna do it until everybody says we're good with this one.
All right. Can I get an athletics check from you? So,
Absolutely.
Azrael, as you're just like pummeling the guard captain, can I get an intimidation check from you? This is going. It would just be a straight roll. Well, there you go. Nat 20.
She's very scary.
Yes. So you're just kind of like punching him. You know, no one's turned out his pockets yet or anything. You're just like having a go on his face. He's like, the mistresses. I haven't sacrificed anybody. I just do what they say. They request people. I bring them to them, and that's it. I don't have anything else to tell you.
Why are you working for the mistresses?
They're just so amazing. Everything about them is just perfect.
Does this sound familiar in my knowledge of like creatures that can charm?
You can make an Arcana check, or maybe Nature. Probably. You are probably familiar with the concept of charming, obviously, but to be more specific than that is unlikely. Onyx in the back is just kind of like tossing these dead guys into the pit.
Doing my thing.
One of the captives kind of turns towards Dimitari and goes, "Can we go home, please? Thank you for saving us."
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you don't mind waiting for a minute, and maybe we can ask you some questions, but I assure you, no harm will come to you from us.
Okay. Thank you.
So, who's got the key? Who locked you up? Whose body do we need to pat down to
well,
free you?
He had them, and they pointed the guard captain.
That Azrael is just
she's just
into hamburger.
just pummeling him.
Hey, Azrael, could you just take just a beat to grab the keys from him and then follow your heart?
Is that the right word we want to use? I mean, she's already doing the
take
beating.
A beat, jeez. Okay.
So
Alright.
can I take 30 seconds to like reach into his pocket, grab the keys, and like in the same seconds with the keys, hit him in the face, and then like throw the keys over, and then continue to pummel him in the face?
Sure. Go ahead and give me an investigation. I guess you don't need if you don't want to. Your passive investigation, I think, is high enough for you to just swipe it out of his pocket. So
before you turn his face into hamburger, Azrael, let's get a little more information. Who are these mistresses, and where do we find them, and what do they want? What's their thing? What do they do with the captives?
I actually don't know their name. And he kind of looks quizzical for a moment.
How do they get in touch with you? How do you know to do this?
They talk to Captain Keenback, and they tell him to do he tells us to do things. We bring them things. We leave it with their outside their cave.
So you're taking these captives out
to their
there
cave, yes.
To a cave. All right.
Azrael,
so
you
need him to lead us to the cave, yes? Before we feed him to whoever needs feeding.
Azrael, you just kind of swipe through his pocket, and you have to kind of fish your way past like little glass vials. But as you pick around in his pocket, you pull out a set of keys that looks like it matches the chain.
There's now in his forehead a symbol of the keys as she like smashes them into his head before she throws them to the side.
Okay. All right. Dimitari, she just tosses the keys.
I'm just gonna like look a little concerned for Azrael, and then just like not dealing with this right now. Pick up the keys, and then I assume me and Briar are gonna be helping unlock the shackles from the refugees.
Okay. Yeah, you unshackled them, and they kind of massage their wrists and stand up. Thank you for allowing us to go free. I'm not sure why they wanted us. They just came to our door and dragged us out into the street. They said we were under arrest, but I don't think that was true.
And they didn't even tell you why you were under arrest?
No, not really. They said we were going to be tried for our crimes, and that was it, but we're not really sure what we could have done wrong.
And they took you this night?
Correct. Just a few moments ago, in fact. Maybe half an hour.
Do you have any sort of safety precautions you can set up in your home?
Might go stay with one of the other refugee families. Wouldn't feel safe on our own. I think we'll be safer with numbers, I think.
I would agree. It seems right now that the guard can't be trusted, especially out of the public eye. So if you get a knock at in the night, bar the door, don't answer, and warn your friends. Like we'll try to take care of this, but who knows what it's gonna take to figure out what's going on.
I understand. Thank you. May we go now, or do you need anything else from us?
Go. No, I just try to be safe, guys.
All right, thank you. And the four of them just kind of like shuffle off, look back for a second, and disappear around a corner into the city street.
All right. So, Azrael, when you were pickpocketing this guy, did you find anything else besides the keys?
Dump a bunch of the other vials in his pocket that were in his pocket next to him as I continue. It's like a rhythmic, almost kind of like a punch, grab, throw, punch, grab, throw, punch, grab, throw.
So rummaging through his pockets, he has another, a few silver pieces and a couple gold pieces. And then 3 kind of like glass vials with little cork stoppers. They appear to be empty.
If you want Azrael here to stop beating your ass, maybe you should lead us to the cave that you're going to drop the refugees.
Yeah, what are these vials for? Are you supposed to collect something here?
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. She's just, she's not hitting him that hard.
I'm not punching him to like kill him. I'm punching him to like hurt him. So it hurts, but it doesn't like actually do any physical damage. It's like one of those things like it looks and feels a lot worse than it actually does.
Death by 1,000 paper cuts is what we're going for here.
Exactly, yeah. She wants him to suffer, not die.
Yeah, she's just punching him and it hurts. He's not going to die of this. That's that was a gift from the mistresses.
The vials? You can pick those up at any corner drugstore. What's so special about these?
Was what was in them. Some kind of amazing liquid. I'm not sure what it's called.
Oh.
When did you last drink it?
A couple days ago. We've run out, though. I'm hoping to get more.
What made it amazing? How did it affect you?
You just feel so strong when you're on it. Doesn't last very long, though.
Can I do, like, does the substance kind of sound familiar? Like, I know when she was in captivity, she had stuff that they forced her to drink, or
it might sound familiar, but this specifically is not something you've ever consumed before, or heard of anyone consume.
Okay.
Can I tell, just by looking at him, if he seems charmed, like under the influence in any way?
Should make an Arcana check. Yeah, he's definitely charmed in some way. He's not behaving very sober, I guess is the correct.
Azrael, I think this guy's under some sort of spell. It might not be solely him. Maybe we stop punching him for now until we get more answers. Not that I'm not inspired on different ways to do some really incredible SFX makeup.
I like the plan of him leading us to the cave.
Very well. I'll take you to them.
Does he seem like he's being devious, or does he want us to share in the joy that he experiences in the presence of the mistresses?
Make an insight check. He is definitely going to lead you to their cave.
And does he seem to be doing this to avoid getting his face pounded in more, or because he thinks the mistresses are going to enjoy our blood every bit as much as they would have enjoyed that of the prisoners, or because he wants us to join their merry band?
Yeah, you can't quite tell.
So I'm gonna leave him tied up, but I'm gonna stop punching him, and then I'm gonna like kind of by his neck lift him up, like not like putting my claws into him, but kind of like gently guide him by the neck up to his feet.
Yeah, let's not be too hard on him because he's not under his own control or volition.
He's alive.
Ooh, which worries me that those guards, as a gesture towards the dead bodies, could have also not been acting on their own volition.
They're not there anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, they've been yeeted.
well, where they were.
There's just smears of blood on the ground and like the top half of some dude's skull that's just like laying there.
Yeah, just leave that. Someone will find that later.
You ever think we just kill first and think later, or is that just me?
What else are we supposed to do?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get their names so we can notify the next of kin?
They'll figure it out when they don't come home eventually.
It was either them or the refugees. Which one would you have picked?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in a way they did put themselves in that situation.
If they're taking refugees, then they're not innocent. And if you're not innocent, why shed a tear for the dead?
I'm just not sure they did it intentionally.
Choices were made that led to their charming. Those ultimate choices are what led to their downfall.
Or were there?
I just give a fist. I just like hold my fist out for a fist bump from Azrael and be like, "You get it."
Fist bump.
All right. Does anybody need little recuperation or
We had a short rest, or at least I had taken a short rest when we were at the morgue.
I'm doing okay.
All right.
All right. Well, if you're ready to go, then follow me. And he kind of gestures with his manacled hands towards the gate.
I saddle up next to Demetari and I point at her very weird undead cat and I say, "Can that thing see in the dark?"
Gamby? Oh yeah.
Maybe he should go ahead of us.
All right. I mean, you cool with that, Gamby?
He just licks his paws and gives a chirp, and I suppose.
All right. I guess let us know if something bad's up ahead. I think you know what you're looking for. Don't eat any more poison right now, all right? We need you. And then just, like, send him off.
So what happened to Wanda?
Well, it seems as though Wanda was, well, she kind of gave up her position once someone more suited came along. We didn't have a bad breakup, if that's what you're asking. It was more like she understood that Gamby was more suited for me, and she left. She's gone.
So are you planning on upgrading us when someone more suited comes along?
This was not in my control. This was, well, I think it was my mom.
Your mom?
Yeah, I think she sent Gamby. I think she found him in another realm and sent him over here.
Your mom lives in another realm?
Well, she's actually dead. Gamby was dead too. But now he's not.
Azrael like side eyes her
with,
like Go ahead, sorry.
Can we hear and understand Gamby, or is that just something special?
So I think he's still my familiar. I can still dismiss him. It's just his personality's there.
Only
I mean,
Demetari would be able to speak with him.
Okay.
Everyone ready to go?
I kind of like push him forward a little bit.
What's your marching order?
Do we want to try to do this quietly and sneakily? We're just tromping along.
I mean, like, we have to get him to be sneaky, and I don't think he's going to be sneaky.
You're going to be sneaky, right? You wouldn't want to, because, you know, might hurt if the mistresses found out that we were coming before we were ready for us to introduce ourselves to them.
I mean, we could be quiet, yeah.
Sure.
Thinking about whether we want to cast Pass Without a Trace and be super sneaky, or are we just going along?
I think we just should pick along carefully. It's not like we're going in a main entrance. It's not like they're gonna miss us. And he's here. There's no guarantee that he's not gonna call out and warn them. He's the only one that knows where we're going. You're banking on an element of surprise that's not guaranteed.
I think it'd be better to keep an eye out, just be very perceptive of kind of what's going on around, and you know, maybe looking at the surroundings and trying to kind of just get a sense of, like, if we see certain types of tracks or something, to help get an idea of what's going on.
I am gonna take like a strip of his own shirt and gag him with it.
Wait, before you do that, how long is it? Like, how long until we get there?
Maybe an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm still gonna gag him. I'm gonna make it hard for him to call out.
All right. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
That should have been a 16.
How so? I see a 16.
Okay, yeah, it's 16.
Alright. He kind of
watches
I have you.
Advantage.
What do you have advantage?
I have advantage on sleight of hand checks because of my rune.
Sure. Alright, you kind of bind it around his face and around his mouth and gag him, and he just kind of squints at you and gestures towards the cave. Just kind of starts walking. What is your order? So he's in front.
Yes.
Is there a well-defined path that we seem to be on, or is this just you described it earlier as a field of rubble, I think.
It is a field of rubble for a little while, and then it kind of like shrinks, and you enter these kind of cavernous tunnels that start to like twist and burrow. As you go, you can see that amongst this rubble, there are remains of small little dwarven structures. They've kind of fallen over, and windows and roofs have collapsed. But you can tell that a lot of this exterior of the city probably used to be part of it, and that the cone of Torvir Deep is just what remains of a much larger city itself. He kind of starts winding his way down into the deep. So I'm assuming your marching order is...
So wouldn't it be... So it'd be the person, right? And then the question is, would it be Javid or Onyx next? Or
I'm staying with him.
Okay, so Onyx,
like,
and
I've
then
got I've got a hand on him.
Okay, and then probably Javid after him? Because you like to lead
I
Javid?
think I would be sort of off to the side. If I can't tell that there's a particular trail, and we need him to lead us into the twisty maze of passages, that I would be, I think, off to the side at first, and then once we go in, I'm going to sort of be darting out in front, make sure I'm ahead, and then if that's not the path, come back, reconnect, and head back out.
Okay, so you're not going to be in the marching order. You're going to be kind of like around the marching order, like in and out.
It depends on where we are. If I can tell where in the caves we need to be, I'll try to be out ahead. And then if I get out and look back and everybody's headed off another direction, I'll come back, catch up, go out front again.
So you want to be ahead of the NPC?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I think it would be Onyx, Briar, Demetari, Azrael, and Snow. Disagree, agree?
Sounds
Sounds good.
Can I get stealth checks from everyone who's trying to be stealthy? I'll do one for Snow.
Nice.
I still think Briar would have her light on though, so I don't know how stealthy that is. But she can't see without it. Her and Demetari can't, so.
That's well, Snow got a nat 20, so there's that.
He's like way in the back, super quiet.
Yeah. He's just kind of slinking along behind you guys. His fur and speckled spots just like blend into the shadows almost. Like if you're not looking for him, you don't see him. He just fits perfectly in this environment. All right. You begin kind of winding your way through the tunnels, and you pass larger ones that kind of descend off, smaller ones that kind of twist away. But the guard follows a very specific path, with Javid kind of checking out the various holes here and there. Can I get a perception check from Javid and Gamby? All right. After about half an hour or so, Javid, you kind of round a corner. Gamby kind of flies off ahead in a different direction and then comes right back to you and kind of lands on the ground in front of you. Wings stirring very agitatedly, kind of ducks behind your feet. The like fur on the back of Gamby kind of stands up. And you can hear the sounds of like footsteps and kind of shuffling in the dark in front of you. It's kind of off to the side, but you can hear it. Just behind you, the light of the party kind of starts to extend around the corner.
I'll make my alert whistle.
Am I within earshot of Gamby?
I mean, Gamby can talk to you, right? Telepathically?
Yeah, but it has to be within a certain distance.
I think it's 100 feet. So yes, you guys are pretty close, actually. This would have been kind of... Javid was like letting the party catch up so that, you know, he could make sure he was going in the right direction.
It is 100 feet.
I know what I'm about. All right. So, you all hear the sound of Javid's whistle, just maybe 30 feet in front of you. At the same... Yeah, he's about 30 feet in front of you. Demetari, in your head, kind of Gambi's... There's some creatures ahead. I don't know what they are. They seemed like men, but they weren't quite right. And Gambi kind of underneath your legs, Javid lets out a little quiet hiss and then wings and back to the rest of the party. And the noise gets louder, the shambling, and in front of you, Javid, about 40 or so feet away, you see what appears to be a man kind of stumble forward out of one of the caves, and then he kind of like looks up at you, and there's this like his jaw kind of unhinges and like drops down, and and there's this disgusting glow from his eyes and mouth, and he starts shambling towards you. So, hold on. He cannot see you.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he saw me.
No, he looks in your direction. You can see him.
Mm-hmm.
You would be in pretty much darkness right where you are. I need all of you to roll for an...
I'll have time to warn the rest of the party, right?
Yeah. You guys aren't surprised. The guard, as you guys are doing this, he's kind of like, Alright. Snow goes... So... I'm going to say Snow's going to move forward. And he is going to ready an action for when anything comes into view. Azrael,
Is there like a ledge that he's standing near? Can he like bonus action hide right there?
I mean, he is hidden.
Okay.
All right. Azrael, it's your turn.
Okay, so I don't see anything, right? I've just been warned of something.
Correct.
All right, and this kind of trail, is there like, are there cliffs up above that I could like maybe climb up on top of?
There is, yes, there's kind of a little raised portion over here. However, over there is another kind of dark little cavern. Right. And then there's kind of a low, like, dried up little riverbed of it.
So I want to go to the high ground. So, what?
It's a kind of a level little space you're on here. Over there would be a little higher, but you can't see as much.
Okay, then I'll just stealth up to Javid. So, but I don't want to make it obvious. I'm being quiet, and I don't want to make my presence. I know that there's some light in the area, but am I outside of I think I'm right outside of. It would be dim light here, right? Because it's bright light up to 40 feet for Briar's thing.
Hold on a second. Uh, 'cause trying to see if I can give her an aura. It would be very useful.
I just want to know if the other guy can see me, because I'm about 60 feet. Can I see him? Because it looks like I can see him where I'm from. He's about 60 feet from me. But I
That
want to make
is
sure
the extent of the bright light. You are now in dim.
Okay. So can he see me? Like, do I have advantage on an attack?
He can definitely see you.
Okay.
Or he could see you. He does not. So yes, you would have advantage on attack.
Actually, he's out of my throwing knife range. So I'm just gonna do Toll the Dead. I'm just gonna kind of reach out and just try to Toll the Dead. And he hasn't taken any hits, right? Did snow hit him?
Correct. No one has done anything. Snow can't see.
There we go. So it's a whiz 15. He takes 5 damage if he fails. I'm gonna very kind of try to be with the wall.
Okay.
And that's my turn because I've used up all my movement.
Let me. All right. You watch as this strange, shambling creature kind of grabs its head and like lets out a snarl. I need to make sure because I think it's ranged attack, but you didn't make it.
No, he was just outside my range for an attack, so that's why I did Toll the Dead.
Well, let me make sure because I know when you make a ranged attack, they know where you are.
Oh, if it's like a save, I see what you're saying.
But okay, it does not count as. I don't think that counts as an attack. He did not make an attack roll, so he does not know where you are. He knows he's been hurt.
All right.
David, it's your turn.
All right. Well, this I'm going to stay hidden in the shadows and prepare an attack if it seems like it's hostile.
Okay. It is Briar's. So what would you guys like Briar?
I don't think she can move far enough to get within range. I'm at 60 feet, and she moves.
She's got 40 feet, I'm pretty sure.
Actually, yeah, she was further ahead. So she would be right within 60 feet if she moves next. So if we want her to attack, she could... Wait, no, Javelin's only at 30 feet.
Would it be, would it be not smart to have her dash?
We don't know what's in there. I mean, we can see the one guy, but there might be other people. Like if she dashes in, then she's running right into an ambush. We could have her just move up and not, just...
So you want her to just maybe get right there, kind of behind the rocks, not in view of the creature, but closer?
Because we see one creature, but we don't know what else is out there. I mean, usually we kind of wait until we see what's in there before we dash. We want them to come to us, I think, right?
Could she just ready an action once they get within 30 feet?
Her light would illuminate Javid, just so you guys know if she gets closer.
Yeah, I think readying the action, like if something hostile gets within 30 feet, like have her move behind the rocks, and then if something hostile gets within 30 feet, she can ready an action.
Okay. If something gets within 30 feet of her, she will throw a javelin. Alright, Onyx, it is your turn. The guard in front of you is kind of like looking around and what's going on.
I'm gonna pull my longsword out and kick his legs out from under him and push him to his knees, and then I'm just gonna ready an attack if anything gets close to me. I just need to keep him with me.
Okay. More of these creatures begin to shamble out of the cave mouth. You see 11 of them begin moving out of the mouth of the cave towards you. They're just kind of shambling in your direction. They seem like they know you're there almost, like, but they're not quite certain. They haven't like broken off into a sprint towards you. They're not dashing or anything, but they're shambling in your direction. All
Do
right.
these look like refugees, kind of like, you know, raised refugees?
Make a perception.
Can we tell what their original form was?
They, well, calling them, you know, saying they look like refugees would be rough. These creatures no longer look human. They have this like gray, or anything I should say. They have this like gray kind of stretched skin, and like as it kind of peels, you can see there's this strange eerie glow coming from underneath them. They kind of like, they seem to emanate like almost like a dim light, each one of them within about 5 feet of each other. But they don't look remotely like a living being any longer. Something has been done. All right. Demetari, it's your.
I'm gonna move up by Snow. Can I see? I can see. Look at that. Oh, hang on. I'm trying to measure. Why can I measure? I'm going to cast Firebolt on this one.
You just like whip this flame across the cavern, and it just like flies over your shoulder, Javid, and it explodes off of this creature. When it strikes it, you can see it like peels back some of the skin, and there's this like spray of this like glowing ichor out just immediately around. I need to figure out how to tag it.
That also ends my turn.
Okay. All right. You note, Javid, as soon as these creatures like see the firebolt strike it, their demeanor changes. They begin kind of shambling forward a little bit quicker. It is Snow's turn. Actually, I probably should have had him attack. I didn't think of that. As soon as he saw the firebolt, he's going to use his reaction to attack, and then it will be his turn, and then he's also going to attack. All right. Well, there you go. That's a nat 20. For 21 damage.
I think I would sense that these are hostile.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty obvious.
So I will take my reaction.
Okay. All right. Well, Snow kind of pokes his head out from behind the rock. All right. Just had to make sure he was with advantage. Hits it, crits it for 21 damage. The arrow just like passes straight through the shambling and like almost rips it in two. And it just lies in there in this like puddle of like meat and strange glowing liquid. Then he is going to another against a different one. However, he's going to they can see him, so he does not have advantage. But he's going to not move to give himself advantage. Whatever that.
Steady. It's like steady strike or steady aim or something like that.
All right. That one also for 20 damage. And, yep. Kills another. Just his arrow just shoots out the back of it. Javid, did you roll?
I have not yet. I was waiting for Snow's action to complete.
He's also going to hide as a. He's going to, I don't know, duck back behind the roof and then hide.
All right. I will target the next one in the lead and from hiding. And then
That hit. It is dead.
With my second attack.
Oh, wait, no, it's not. You see your arrow pierces it and it sends out the spray of the glowing liquid.
I'll fire at the at this one.
All right. Well, it is dead. Even with undead fortitude, it would not have survived.
And that's the extent of my reaction.
All right, you just blast through it. Drops dead. Azrael, it's your. 3 of the zombies have just like arrows just striking them, just ripping them to shreds in this little pile of meat.
Okay, I'm gonna move up to this little crevice area, so I'm kind of behind the rock over here. And then I'm gonna hit the next zombie in the lead with Toll the Dead.
That is a drop-off. You're standing next to a ledge.
Okay. So I guess alright, I'll still stay there anyways. I just want to move up so I can be within range. And then do Toll the Dead. Because they still wouldn't be able to see me.
Okay.
So DC 15 Wiz.
Okay. Which one are you tolling?
The one in the lead.
The one that was already...
That's left alive.
There's one there that got hit and survived.
Oh, that one then.
Okay.
But let me re-roll it because he's gotten hit. I need to re-roll. So it'd be 14.
He does not seem affected by it. He just kind of like shuffles towards the rest of your party.
Okay. I'm gonna stay there.
Okay. Javi, it is your turn. You are visible, just so you know. You're in dim light.
Oh.
Not Javid. You're kind of behind
What?
the rock.
Yeah, no, Azrael's visible. I get it.
All right. Well, I don't like being up close and personal with zombies, so I'm going to beat a retreat, and the down below, say here, would that's down a cliff, you said?
Yeah, about a 5-foot drop.
Okay, so the this ledge where the zombies are would still be visible from
Maybe.
there.
Maybe. Roughly.
I mean, 5 foot I can see over.
Sure.
All right. Well, let me go. Here, is this still up
Yes.
at the level?
No, you're kind of... There's like a little ramp down toward the little dry riverbed.
It's the riverbed's dry, you say?
Yes.
All right. I'll take it.
Okay.
And then I assume I'm in the dim light from.
You were just outside of the bright light of Briar's little glow thing.
Okay.
By the way, Demetari, if you were trying to turn your camera on, it has been off for a while, just doing like a little blinky thing.
I thought that was just on my end. It says that my camera's on, but let me refresh.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to
there you go.
fire at the one that I shot earlier that did not get dispatched. Hold on. And whoop. Since I'm no longer unseen there, that's normal. Does that hit?
Yeah, it does hit. They don't move very quick.
then I will take my second shot at the one
Hold on, which one's
behind it. So the
Okay,
this one, and then I'll fire at the one behind it.
All right, he is definitely dead.
Foo.
That also hits.
What? Whoa. Crazy. All right.
It also kind of like throws up a spray of ichor, but keeps shambling. Just so you can tell, Azrael, if they've been hit, I'm putting the little like marker on.
Thank you.
It is Briar's.
Mm-hmm.
What would Briar do?
I think at this point she'd run up her 40 feet and throw a javelin at the thing that didn't die.
Right there. All right. And just whips a javelin towards it, and just it sails off into the distance.
She was so distracted. She's never seen something so undead looking. Yeah.
These are These are actually so weak that the only way to miss is with a nat 1.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, a 9 is actually higher than their AC.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, she got distracted. They're so ugly, and she couldn't.
Yeah, understandable.
You think she would rage? I sort of think that she'd.
No, I don't think she'd rage.
No.
These things are super weak.
And no one's gotten hurt yet by them.
Yeah, they haven't even gotten close to bite anybody or anything.
Yeah, no, I don't think she would.
Just target practice at this point.
Yeah.
Onyx is.
Well, it really seems like they all have it under control. So I'm just gonna grab him by the back of his neck and drag him like 15 feet because I'm sure it's half speed.
Yes.
I'm just gonna drag him and just keep him with me and move up 15 feet with him.
Okay. All right. Is that the end of your?
Yeah, I'm just gonna once again ready an attack. If he tries to do anything, I'm gonna cut him, and if anything gets close, I'm gonna cut that.
All right. Well, one of the zombies is going to shamble up next to, and he's going to try. That hits for 5. As it just like slams into her kind of shell. Another one's going to come up and try to whack. Another one's going to come up and try. Yes. They, however, begin running towards your. Two of them are going to try to slam at Briar. That is as close as they. One of them connects for 4 more bludgeoning. She now has 62. That is the. However, Onyx, behind you, out of the other cave I described earlier, you hear more of the shambling noises, and they just start like running as quickly as they can out of the cave.
Oh, good.
There's a whole horde of them spilling forward. Demetari, it's your... You can hear noises behind you, but unfortunately your light has moved and you cannot see exactly what is happening. You can kind of see like these faint glowing shapes sprinting out behind you, but it is just a little bit too dark to tell.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna move forward where, a couple of my strong friends are. This seems good. Maybe. Am I gonna move? Hang on. It won't. I cannot move. It'll let me drag it over there, but it won't stay.
Where are you trying to go?
Right there.
I don't see. I gotta refresh my
There.
page.
It's dark, the X. Like 15 feet catty cornered from snow. Like 4 blocks to the left of Azrael. Yep. Thanks. Okay. Can I try to... Well, I want to ice knife the one closest to me.
Got it. Go for it. That hits.
Cool. I think I rolled damage twice on accident. I sure did, but it's fine. Same number.
And does that they all need to make dex save?
Yeah, and it's gonna be
May.
16.
Alright, there we go. 8 piercing damage. Get it. Or no, cold damage, sorry. Oh, they all failed. Additionally, I need Briar as this like spray of ice shards and ichor showers over her. I need her to make a con save.
The ice shard shouldn't hit her. It's only 5 feet within
That's not what it's for.
Oh, okay, got it.
She kind of like ducks out of the way as this like almost acidic ichor lands near her feet.
They explode when they die.
Well, none of them are dead. When they got hit, they threw off a shower.
Okay.
Ew.
Alright.
I am done, by the way.
Okay. It would be Snow's. I'm gonna say Snow is going to turn and hit one of the zombies behind. Give himself advantage. That hits for 15. Alright. And he's gonna hide his. Alright. Ezreal, it's your.
Alright, so I'm gonna move up to flank with Briar, and so I'm gonna hit the one in between us with my Sai. And if is he dead?
He is not.
Okay, then I'm going to unarmed strike him.
Alright. That does. You kind of like stab it into him, and he kind of starts turning towards. You note that he's just living a little bit longer than he probably should.
Well, it's my turn.
Alright. Javid, it's your. There's a whole horde of them coming up on the rear. You can see dozens.
All right. We'll turn my attention to them. And now, what's the light where I am?
Dim.
Got it. Okay.
So, you, because of how your stuff works, they aren't seeing you in bright light because they do have dark vision. So you're still dim to them. Which I think is. So they have disadvantage on perception checks to see, but as soon as you attack them, you'll be visible.
Okay. Well, I will fire at this one. And
Sorry, I missed it. Which one? Got it.
You got it? All right.
Yeah. That. It is still.
All right. Well, I will fire a second time, as this seems to be a needful thing to drop these.
That also. your arrow passes through it, just like rips it in two. The leg's gonna stumble forward for a second before dropping. Is that the end of your turn, Jivy?
Is there space I could move into darkness where I could still see action?
Not. You'd have to get. The light from Briar is illuminating most of this space. Can you see the sphere I drew?
I see that. That's the bright light, right? Oh, a new one.
That's
okay.
the dim light. You are in that range.
Got it. Okay. All right, so I could do move around the edge of this cliff to get myself into darkness and hence unseen by them, I presume.
Sure. Yeah, you're now in dark.
Should have done that before I shot, but there you go.
Bummer.
Yep, I'm done.
You didn't think about it. You're so excited to shoot. You're like, ah! Then you're like, wait, I'm in light.
Yep.
Alright. Twitched be Briar. She is surrounded by these, like, strange glowing zombies.
Oh, she's gonna take her battle axe and go to town.
You think after having been hit a couple of times that she would feel rageful?
No. She's only got like 2 left.
She's probably not raging. I mean, she's seen them go down pretty...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so... I don't know, she hit one of the ones that have already been hit. Let's get some of those down.
Right, flanking with one with Azrael, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. So that I guess that could be the flanking attacks. Roll another one for the non-flanking.
Okay. I mean, they all... You're mostly just checking for crits in that one.
Yeah.
Alright, so the first one would deal... I assume she's using both hands.
Yeah.
11's the piece.
So 11 and 11 damage.
Alright. She kills... she'll get that one. Kills another. She's no longer being flanked. Is there anything else you guys would like her to...
No, I think she's in a good go to town position with all these.
Alright. Onyx, is your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna step up right in front of them, and then I'm gonna stomp the ground and cast Thunderwave. 15-foot cube in front of me.
Okay, so you're hitting those 6?
Yep, those 6 right there. Or it should be 7.
There's only 6 in your cube there, bud.
Okay.
One
works.
dead.
Oh, it says badly injured. I couldn't see the little skull. Yeah, those 6. It's a con save on their part.
Ooh.
DC 13.
Alright. Oof. You watch the one in front of you as this like blast of thunderous energy just kind of like takes it. He does not seem to drop like you think that he probably. The one behind him. Take that. That one. You just send one of them sailing dead. Two of them just go rocketing back. Is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna bonus action second wind, and then I'm just gonna hold my sword out in front of me and get ready.
Okay. You heard kind of like these muffling noises from the guard behind you. He's on his knee.
Does it look like they're going after him?
No. They're going after Anna. Not to great effect. That one hits though. 6 bludgeoning damage. Slams into.
Got it.
That one missed. That one hits 6 more bludgeoning damage.
I'm not having a good time here.
They come sprinting down towards the. Yeah, they're just sprinting towards.
Do they seem to have any kind of mind, or does it look like it's
They're
just
just
pure instinct?
They're just moving towards things in front of. All right, let's see. There. Oh, correction. Sorry, forgot about the other group. These two are going to move right there. Two of them just like slamming into you, Azrael. One of them crits for 11 bludgeoning, and then the other one also hits for 7. Man, there aren't a lot of them left over here. Three more slam attacks towards Briar, and they all miss.
She's so tiny. They don't
even
know
with
how to hit her.
advantage, she's just like in the way, and these like zombies are moving their fists in, trying to grab her. Let's see. Demetari's here. There's two of them that are like flanking Azrael right. And a huge horde of them that have barreled down towards Onyx and the rest of your group. I can't hear you.
Gonna cast Firebolt
Okay.
to the one just to the right of me.
Got it.
You know what this would be perfect for? Fireball.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Like, I was like, I wish I had Fireball so bad right now.
Is it one of your books you can learn it?
I don't think so, but I actually do have Animate Dead, I think, now that I'm 6th level. I just don't know how to add it in D&D Beyond.
It's already in D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't, like, I don't know how to add it to my learned spells. Like, it's prepared, but, like, I essentially get a freebie after getting 6th level from what it looks like. Like,
Yeah.
Undead Thralls.
Isn't
But
that one of those that's always prepared?
Yeah, it's in your... You know it. It's in your thing. I was looking at it earlier. It's in your...
Yeah, I thought you had spells that were like always prepared, and that was one of them.
I don't know about always prepared, but it is definitely in there.
It's in my book, but it's not on my spell list.
It is on... What do you mean not in your spell list?
Like, if I go to spells, it's not listed there. I have to go into manage spells and pull it up.
Yeah, because you
that
haven't
way.
prepared it. It's not always prepared. The only
Well,
things
that's-
you're going to see in spells is prepared spells.
So, I understand. Okay, I see what you're saying, but
So you'll have to like unprepare something else and swap it out for Animate Dead. You get that one for free, but you still have to prepare it. It's in your spell.
Right, I didn't realize I had to swap it out. I thought it was just an added one from what it, like, because it says you can add the Animate Dead spell to your spell book if it's not there already.
But your spell book isn't prepared spells. So
Right. Right, but what I'm like, he's saying that I would need to swap it out versus just adding it.
It's in your spell book. It's there already. The next time you take a long rest, you have to trade it for a different spell.
Okay, I understand. So it's not like it's gonna always be in my arsenal and I have an extra spell always.
Like,
it's just I have the option to choose for that day.
Yes, you could swap it out for Snare and then prepare Animate Dead.
Okay, alright, that makes more sense.
Is it a 3rd level spell?
It's...
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, then I know. Anyway. Your firebolt strikes it, however, it does not fall dead. In fact, it kind of turns its head towards you, much further than it probably should go.
That's it for me.
Alright. It is Snow's. What would you guys like Snow to do?
I mean, I feel like Snow would help his buddy Onyx. I mean, he's already in melee. Does he have a short sword or something that's melee?
Yeah, he does.
oriented? Yeah, I feel like he would pull that out and stab the thing in front of him.
Okay. Sounds. He's gonna stab that zombie. The 17 hits. He kind of stands up, tosses down his short sword, and just like cleaves into the creature and it dies. However, I need him to make... I'm going to have him make a con save. Alright. The ichor, as he like cuts it in two, it lands directly on him, and it just starts to burn.
That like burn cat hair smell.
Yeah, it's like searing his like fur. He has disadvantage on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks for 1 minute.
What was that? Attack rolls and what else?
Attack rolls, saving throws, ability check. Basically just everything. All right. Top of round 4.
I'm gonna stab the one that I'm flanking with Briar.
Okay. That hit. It is.
Alright, then I'm going to do a unarmed attack on it, so it needs to die.
That definitely hit. I'm going to let you say that you also attack the one behind you.
Awesome. I just like dual fist.
Like a punch kick.
Yeah, exactly.
They both just drop.
Looks epic, like the Matrix, where they kind of like slow motion.
Yeah, they land with a crunch.
I'm gonna move to flank with Bear for the other one. Up there, just so she can have some flanking. And then that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Got it. Javid, it is your... Snow is almost completely surrounded by these creatures.
Sorry. Well, I'm going to try to thin out that a little bit. Fire at the one near death that's flanking Onyx.
Okay.
And I assume they cannot see me. Is that correct?
Correct. That hits.
And I also want to hit this one.
It falls dead.
Oh, I meant to do sharpshooter on that.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Well, it would be dead anyway. You're the other injured one, correct? Oh, you're taking the uninjured?
Yeah, let's do the injured one.
All right, well, it's... Blap! Just split another one of the little zombies in half. Your arrow flies like right over the head of the captured dwarf, and he looks terrified.
Is he pretending to be dead? That's what I would do.
He's kind of groveling, yeah.
And please don't eat me, zombies. Please don't eat me, zombies.
All right, would be... So, just go nuts.
Yeah.
Which one's she attacked? The
The one that we're flanking.
Okay. All right. She cleaves into it, and with a spray of Ichor, I need both of you to make con save. But that does hit. You both now have disadvantage on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks as this like acidic liquid lands on your skin. It's very thick.
Does it burn? Like, does it feel like kind of a burning tar?
It burns, but it's not hurting you. It's just like, you know, kind of. You ever gotten like, kind of like ant acid on you? You know, kind of that thing. Like, it's not killing you, but it definitely is very unpleasant. And it's like maybe some of it got on your like face.
Okay. So that zombie's still alive, right?
Correct.
Alright, she's gonna hit it again.
Alright.
And it's normal roll because it's straight, since you would normally have advantage, so disadvantage makes it 1.
14 damage. It died. She just like cleaves it the rest of the way and kind of lets out this like groaning snarl and like collapses in a heap in front of you. There's just this like pile of bodies around you guys.
Yeah, I think she'll stay where she is. She's in the zone and like killing these zombies. So.
All right. Onyx, it's your turn. You are mostly surrounded.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna bonus action Tempestuous Magic and fly back 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. And then I put a circle on there, and that's where I'm casting Shatter.
Okay. That's a con saver.
Indeed, a con save.
And your DC is 13?
13.
Yeah. All right. 13 damage. All right. This like echoing slam in front of you guys. You can hear it echo through the I'm doing the like averaging rules because I don't want to roll a million times and figure out who won. So with disadvantage, they would have still passed. So they would all only take 6 damage. But you have triggered their little Ichor thing for all of those, so they can't do it. Is that the end?
Yeah, that ends my turn.
Sheesh. Okay. Well. Those two are gonna fly. One of them connects for 6 bludgeoning damage. Three of them are going to move up, and they're also going to attack.
Oh, is that me? I'm gonna shield.
Alright. Well, 3 more slams against you. So you wouldn't take the 6, however you would take 8. One of them does crit. But your AC does mean that 2 of them who might have hit, because your AC what is? What's
17 up to 22 now.
Okay. Yep. Only one of them hits with a crit. Bonk. They are going to just start wailing on that little guard. And they just start ripping him to shreds. They like lift him off the ground. They're like crunching into them. Their teeth, they're just like pummeling him. He like lets out these like horrible little noises, and then you can see them kind of descend onto him, and they're just like tearing him apart. He's very dead.
Damn it! He was charmed!
Just because he was charmed does not mean that he was a good person.
You don't know that! You didn't ask! You just punched!
I'm just saying there were decisions that were made, and he did some bad things, and that's his fault.
Alright. And Demetarius, one of them just like shambles up right behind you, its arms getting outstretched as it reaches toward. Also, they really ate that guy. I think they dealt like 20 damage to him.
Is there like nothing left of him? Is he just
well,
like
there's like a little pile
devoured?
of meat, but they slammed him. 2 of them crit against him.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah. He took a bunch of damage. It was unpleasant. Even with his like little dwarven plate armor.
Okay, good news is I looked at the second spell book. I do have Fireball, although there's an asterisk, and I don't know what that means. I will be learning stuff soon, but as of right now, I am going to cast Burning Hands, but I'm going to angle it in such a way that snow is not a part of that cone. Yeah, that's my plan. It's a dex save of 16.
What's the range?
5-foot cone, 15-foot cone.
Looks like you're hitting those 4.
Let me try to.
Well, I'm hitting as many as I can without hitting. Well, I'm gonna move. That way it'll be a little bit better, and I'm still not getting.
You could hit those 4 right there.
Okay. Well, I just moved that way, so yeah, I'm gonna get them.
The cone comes from the center of your square.
Yeah, it's self. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Trying to see what the hell is included in that. All right, you can get all 4 of them. It's fine.
All it is 3d6 fire damage, or half on a if they succeed.
Okay. And your DC is.
It's a dex of 16.
Okay, got it. I see it now. Well, they all failed. This cone of flame blasts forth from your fingers, charring all 4 of the zombies directly in front of you. You see that the 3 closest to you begin kind of focusing on you.
I am saving my Misty Step, and I'm gonna run away right there. I know I'm gonna get an opportunity attack.
Yeah. He misses.
I figured. That's it for me.
Okay. It is Snow's turn. Alright, he's gonna give himself advantage. He's gonna whack the... so that would make it a straight roll, but he's gonna give him advantage to hit the one right there that has not been hit already. Twas a nat 20. For a total of 33 damage as he just splits it in two. However, Onyx, I do need you to make a con. Yeah, homie fucking sent that zombie to meet God, pretty much. He rolled a nat 20 with, 22 straight damage and then 11 crit damage.
What god does Snow worship?
I don't know, some furry feline god.
The ball of yarn.
Yes, the great ball of yarn.
The great ball of yarn that burns eternally in the sky.
Alright, well, he killed that. As well, Onyx, you have an idea of what happens when these things get hit for the first time, and you just, like, duck out of the way, and this, like, splatter lands on the ground at your feet.
Thank God.
Alright. Azrael, it's your...
So I'm going to move, so I'm flanking for both of these guys. I'm going to hit the one that's been damaged first with my sai.
Okay. It's a straight roll. You do have disadvantage. Just so you know.
No, well, it would be a straight roll because I'm flanking, right? So that would be a straight roll. Okay.
But both of you have been burned.
Yeah. So it's a straight rolls because we're burning.
Yeah. That hits.
So that's 9 damage. Is it dead? Actually, no, that's 7 because I don't have sneak attack because even though I have advantage, it's a straight roll.
Is still standing, but just barely. It's like you can see that its body is like on its last little bit of being held together.
I'm going to punch it in the face.
Okay. That hit.
9 damage.
It is still you kind of punch it and like your fist passes through it and its body just doesn't seem affected.
Is my fist now covered in all that gooey crap?
Not so bad that you're not affected by it, but yes.
Alright, well that's the end of my turn.
It's not totally goop on the inside, but it is a lot of goop on the inside.
Lick it. No. Just no. You lick it.
Alright, that ain't your turn. Javid, it is your...
All right. I'm going to target that guy that's flanking with Onyx. And see where that goes.
Which one? Okay, that hits.
That one.
It is still standing.
All right. Well, hit him again.
That also hit. Oh. And it is dead. Splitting another of the zombies into... Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
It is Briar's turn.
I think she would just continue with what she's doing. I mean, she'd have a straight roll on 2 of them, so she'd go after those 2 first, probably the one still standing. So it'd be 10 damage to that one.
Alright. It dies. And 9. She's going to kick over and hit.
Awesome. Is it dead?
No.
She hits that one.
It
I
is
forgot that
still standing.
Beetlebug gets wild stuff happening when she rages, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
but she's not raging because these things are just pitiful. Also, she only has 2 left, so you have to manage resources. We don't want to get up to the big bad and not have her be able to rage.
Can we short rest before the big bad?
Yeah, we can totally short rest before the big bad.
Okay.
But she won't get her rages back.
I'm just asking on behalf of spell slots.
Oh, yeah. We can totally short rest, but we're not able to long rest. So.
Onyx, it is your turn.
I really don't like this. Alright, I'm gonna swing at the one directly in front of me. One-handed.
Okay. Well, that definitely hit. Do you not add your damage or anything? I see only 7. Oh, 3 plus 4. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well. It drops dead as you just cut through it.
I think that's what I got. That's my action. Yep, that's what I got.
All right. Four of the zombies are going to shuffle off towards the one that incinerated them. They're going to provoke, one of them is going to provoke an opportunity attack from Snake. Which he hits. It would not get sneak attack. But he actually... But he kills. Alright, but they are going after him. One of them connects for 3 bludgeoning damage. The other 2 miss. Alright. 2 of them are going to go after Snow. One of them connects for 5. The other one misses. These 2 are going to go after Anna. They both miss. Yeah. And... Those two aren't quite sure what's going on over there, but something keeps hitting them from there. And they're going to shuffle off into the darkness. And that is... Oh, hold on. One of them is going to attack Azrael, one of them is going to attack Briar. The one attacking Briar hits. The one attacking Azrael misses. For 7 damage again. Alright. And that makes it Dimitari's turn. There are 3 of them surrounding you.
I'm gonna say, oh, they're kind of adorable up close. And then stretch my hand out and, like, caress one of their cheeks, the badly injured one. And then cast Infestation, so basically maggots are gonna come out of my hand onto the face. You know, burrow in as flies, essentially. And see, I'm just morbidly fascinated on whether or not they're going to be interested in snacking on them.
You would probably know that creatures like this are not usually affected by poison damage. The undead are typically not fazed by such things.
Bummer. Alright. I guess I'll light it on fire.
Fair enough. Are you firebolting it? So you would have disadvantage on the firebolt, just so you know.
Okay.
So just go ahead and roll another one. But that hit. Which one are you attacking?
Mr. Badly Injured.
Okay. Your firebolt punches through his chest and his, like, charred remains just drop in front of you.
All right. Okay, I'm done.
All right. It is snow. He's gonna go right there to give Onyx advantage, and then he's gonna whack the between the two. He hits it for 16. It is not dead, but it looks pretty hurt. Azrael, your turn.
Alright, well, I'm gonna continue with the trying to kill the things in front of us, so I'm gonna whack the one that I'm technically flanking with Briar.
Okay. Alright.
And then if it's still alive, I'll punch it in the face.
It dies. You just, like, just stab it and kind of, like, shred it, and it just falls apart in front of it.
Then I'll move to flank with the other one and punch that one in the face.
Okay.
And then I'll stay right where I am so Briar can finish it off.
Alright. Javid, it's your turn. 2 of the zombies have kind of shuffled off towards you. They're very close, but they don't seem to know where you are.
All right. Well, I don't like being close to zombies, so I'm going to move away. Going 10, 20, 30.
All right.
40. And then gonna fire at one of the ones next to Onyx.
That hits. Which one are you?
This one.
All right. It dies. Your arrow just rips it to shreds. Onyx in front of you. One of the zombies that was like reaching up just explodes.
And then I'll redirect aim at the one that's between Onyx and Snow.
You should maybe shoot a different one because Snow went there, so he could give Onyx advantage.
All right.
You could try shooting the one behind Snow that he is being flanked by.
All right. That sounds like a strategic move.
Yeah.
Strategizing.
And behind him, it like is reaching in to get him, and you just shatter another zombie. Is that the end of your turn?
Now in the yeah, that is the end of my turn. I assume that the zombies that came trucking off after the sound of bowstrings in the dark hear more bowstrings in the dark from a different direction.
Yeah, they'll probably shuffle off after you again. Briar's turn. She can hit this zombie.
Yeah, she's gonna hit that zombie. Well, I'm guessing it doesn't die, so she'll hit it again. She hit it twice because I assumed it didn't die on the first strike.
It would not have, no. But with the second strike, it does die.
So she can kind of see what's going on with Demetari, so I guess she would move over to help Demetari with the two zombies that look like they're trying to kill her.
Alright. I'll have her fly right.
With 20 feet of movement, she can flank both of them.
Sure.
Yeah, like right there.
Uh-oh, Javid, you're in dim light. The zombies can see you now. Onyx is your...
Alright, I'm going to take my swing on that one between me and Snow.
Hit him. He perished. You finish him off.
That's what I got. That's my turn.
Okay. I mean, you could move away from the other zombie, maybe. They're pretty slow.
Yeah, but he's gonna hit me.
Maybe. You never know.
I'm just gonna turn around and get ready for him.
Demetari, it's your turn.
Firebolt.
Alright, don't forget you have disadvantage if you're trying to hit the two, or any of them, really.
If she's flanking, wouldn't that make it a straight roll?
That's only for melee attacks.
Oh, alright. The one that is, if I do hit, I'll aim to the one right below me.
That hits. And it explodes. You incinerate another one of the creatures.
Okay, I'm staying here.
Alright. It is Snow's turn. He's gonna go whoop around to the other side. And he's gonna. And he hits it. Onyx, I require a Constitution saving throw from you as it throws up a cloud of ichor. You save, just
Oof.
barely.
Oof.
It was close. Alright. It is Azrael's turn.
Okay, so she can't. Let's see, what can she see? Okay, so she's gonna move over to go and kill this person by moving right over here. And she'll try to kill that one.
Former person.
Yes,
Former
someone.
person.
One day.
It was a person at one point.
Oh, nat one's on its cons. It is dead. You just split it apart.
Okay, so she's gonna move 10 more feet to try to get closer, but she can't do anything more, unfortunately, so she's just gonna move there, and that's the end of her turn.
Javid, it is your turn.
All right. Feeling exposed, Javid is going to step out of the light and fire once at the closer zombie that's chasing him.
All right. It survives, but just barely.
All right. Well, I think we'll do that again because surviving zombies is not a good thing.
Go ahead and roll it.
Hmm?
Go ahead and roll it.
Did.
Oh, I don't. Let's see. I actually don't see either.
Oh, they're on the. I can see them on the.
In D&D Beyond, the last thing I see is Azrael.
Yeah, they're on the VTT in Forge. The first was
Oh,
a
I see it. Got it. It perished.
And I'm going to use a little more movement to get further up out of range in case those things decide to follow some more.
All right. It is Briar's turn. I'm going to have her fly towards the other unattended one, and you can go ahead and whack it. You do have disadvantage, though. That hits.
She'll whack it again.
That also. It is still standing. Tough little bugger, this one. Alright. Onyx, it is your turn.
Here I go killing again. Total of 20 damage.
Well, he is very dead. You cleave through. Is that the end of your turn? You stand amidst a great pile of bone and flesh.
Help my girl Briar out.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that ends my turn.
Alright, he tries to slam her. It does not work. It is Dimitari's turn.
I am gonna cast Firebolt on the one that's by Briar.
Okay.
Gotta save the spell slots.
That hits roll damage. And you incinerate the final creature.
Well, weren't they cute?
Do I think that lesser restoration would relieve someone of their condition? It's kind of like poisoned, right?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check. Maybe. You spend a while thinking about it, and then about a minute later it ends. And the rest of you shake off the... Maybe 30 seconds, because it's been a while.
All right. And I'll go over to Onyx and say, brother, you're looking a little hurt. Could I pump some juice into you?
That would be appreciated. I kind of got hit a couple of times there.
You sure did.
Well, quick
So,
question: do we want to do that, or do we want to do a short rest?
I think we definitely want to rest, and for that, I'd like to do something that I've not yet done, and that is cast Rope Trick to give us a little hidey space that nobody else can get into.
Yeah, it's just if we're gonna take a short rest, I think we should take a short rest so we don't waste resources.
Fair enough.
All right.
So, in case there are more zombies around, I'm going to cast Rope Trick, pulling out a rope, and saying some words, and the rope rises up to the ceiling. I assume, how high is the ceiling?
Maybe 30 feet.
All right. And then I say, all right, everybody, get up inside and take a break. Take a load off. And I'll scamper up the rope and wait till everybody's in. When everybody gets up, I'll pull the rope up after.
All right. You guys all shuffling up inside?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's it look like on the inside?
That's a very good question. I've looked at the spell and nothing says what it looks like inside, just that it's a space with enough room for us.
Imagine you design it, right? Like, doesn't it look like whatever Javid would
Pretty
find
much.
comfortable?
Yeah. So it looks like the inside of a tent in the desert. There's warm sand at your feet, rugs and cushions, and little brazier in the middle. Doesn't have actual amenities like a pot of tea, but if I could conjure that, there'd be a little kettle of tea going, and maybe some sounds of a lute in the background. So picture your most comfortable Bedouin style tent.
Wow, you really outdid yourself here.
Thank you. And I'm actually looking around myself with a little bit of awe and surprise. I've not seen this before myself.
I'm gonna make myself right at home. Sit down on a cushion.
And you know what? I think I will brew a pot of tea.
Oh, will you now?
Pull out one of the Allure root packets and set about making some Allure root tea.
All right. Well, go ahead and brew the Allure root.
Alrighty. So we roll to...
It is a wisdom check. If you or anyone you know has guidance that can help you with this.
Right? Anybody have...
I have guidance. I don't know if she would want to help you get high, though.
He's not getting high. It's like it's kind of the same as drinking like just a really potent caffeinated tea, you know.
Sure, you can have a D4. I'm interested in the herbs themselves. It's so much not the you getting high. She's interested in the actual herbs and like how they're working. So she's kind of like analyzing them and helping you.
Okay. So while we're doing this, anyone else who wants to take a short rest is welcome to spend some hit dice. Let me make sure. I don't remember what Briar during a short rest.
She make cookies, right?
She's going to make some cookies. So, she is going to make some snacks. So everyone, so it's 4 plus 6, or yeah, 4 plus 2, so all 6 of you, everyone gains an additional 1d8.
Can I save my snack for later?
You'd have to eat it now. She can make treats at the end of long rests, but I don't think she did that.
No, I thought she did. I thought she gave Briar one for sure. Remember there was this whole thing about her giving her a cupcake and asking what kind of cupcake she wanted.
Gotcha. Anyway, I don't see it tracked on her thing.
Are you talking about giving me cupcakes? Because she gave me muffins, but I gave them away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it was muffins.
Well, those muffins give temp HP if you eat them, so.
Yeah, but I've been trying to butter up my mortician friend, so.
Fair enough. They're very nice muffins, to be clear.
And I don't know how many she gave me, but I think I've given away 2. It's just she
would
made
have been
me
able
some
to
muffins.
make. It is. She would have made 2, so you gave away all of them.
Okay.
Or no, correction. She could have made 3, so there's 1 left.
And that's 1d8 as well.
No, that is a 3 temp hit points.
Oh, okay. I could probably like shove one in my mouth mid-fight, right?
It is a bonus action to consume them, I believe, yes.
Heck yeah!
Oh, I see it. She did track it. Yep, she cooked all 3 for a long rest.
Okay, out of character, I kind of want to do the friendship necklaces things, but I feel like I should wait until Snow and Briar are actually here. Because this would be the perfect time.
I mean, Onyx has them, so you could, privately give them to people individually.
Oh, I was just gonna do it all at once.
Oh, I would give her the package at this point. Like, when I was picking up my stuff, they said to give this to you, and I give her the wrapped cloth package.
Ooh, nice. Okay, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't wait if I got the package. Well, guys, y'all remember that amethyst that we got? Or, that Briar and I got because we fought that big old guy? Well, I talked to the dwarves, and they hooked us up, and I got you all a gift. And then, like, I'm gonna open up the bag and, like, see what's going on with the necklaces, what they look like, and, like, start passing them out individually.
Okay. All right. Each one of you receives an amethyst that has been carved into a small kind of hexagonal shape, but around them in kind of a decorative silver kind of holding them in place is a different shape, kind of at the end of a long silver necklace. So Asriel's is just a set of teeth kind of holding it in place. Javid's appears to be kind of like the exterior of the silver looks like bows, and then it is little arrows kind of holding it in place. Onyx, it appears to be a cat's paw and then lightning bolts holding it in place. Snow's is just a smaller, more reserved cat's paw with arrows holding it in place. Briar's looks like a small cloud with very kind of like twisting, little loopy silver shape around it. It looks very fun and whimsical, a kind of unusual dwarvish style. And then Demetari's is just a kind of a very prototypical little dwarven skull, and the gem sits in its mouth.
Okay, so now we can wear these, and if we die, it'll help identify bodies. If, like, say we get burnt to a crisp like those other guys, for one. For two, okay, they're amethyst shards, so hear me out. Our team name, the Sharders.
No. No.
What's wrong with the Sharders?
How about the amethyst?
Purple power.
No.
That sounds like a drug.
I mean, it could be.
Okay. Well, Azrael's gonna put hers on, and you can kind of see it. It kind of falls, and she kind of tucks it into her tunic.
Is there any way I can so my necklace that I normally wear is like forked glass. Is there any way I can suspend the amethyst in between the two forks of my glass necklace? Like use the leather to tie it on each one of the forks and suspend it in between?
Sure.
Mine is gonna be separate from the necklace I wear, but I would say higher up, like near my collarbone. Can't believe no one wanted to go for that. That's a good team name.
I like it. All right. Javi, if you would like, attempt your roll with the Allure route. So you would succeed on your brewing. You brewed it successfully, basically.
I lost track of the rules, what we agreed to for.
An 8 to a 19 is a successful brew, and you had a 14. And then you have to make a con save to drink it.
Yeah.
Does the D4 apply to this, or is that just ability check? If you have, for instance, inspiration, you could spend that on this, because I don't remember who we gave inspiration to last.
I have it and haven't used it. I don't know who we gave it to the last time, though.
I don't think we voted
did.
last time.
Well, if you guys are giving him advantage, then you are welcome to try again.
Sure, let's do that. We didn't vote last time, so.
Oof.
Even better.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a d4. You are poisoned for 2 hours. The Allure root is bitter, and you can feel yourself just feeling unwell as you consume it. The rest of you watch Javid attempt to drink the tea.
I go over to a corner and throw up.
You just throw up out the hole.
Yeah.
All right. Azrael, because as you are all kind of in this small, it is fairly cramped, realistically, space. It holds each of you, but it is not a large space. You note on the ground underneath you, about half an hour after you have entered into this space, about 8 zombies come shuffling up out of one of the caves and kind of pick through the pile. You see one of them kind of is thrashing some of it, and they kind of move through the group, and then they shuffle off kind of in the direction that the dwarf was leading you. One of them, you see it's different than the rest of them. Its skin and flesh are a little bit more gaunt. It has these really long, nasty looking claws. It kind of hisses and snarls and looks around the cave and then follows the rest of the zombies.
I'll kind of elbow Demetari and point to the zombies.
Ooh, that one looks weird, huh? Wonder how long he's been dead for.
Think he might be a leader.
I mean, I'm a little nervous about this because it seems like whoever they're going towards probably knows a thing or two about necromancy, and that's pretty much all I got. I can firebolt forever.
But that's your thing, right? You can you can beat them at your own game.
Let's hope. Let's hope she doesn't know all my tricks, or he or they, whoever that person be.
You have a dagger though too, right?
Yeah,
You know that?
I could, but I normally use it for things that don't move. So we'll
Do you
see.
need help? We should train together.
Oh, that would be lovely. That would be, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you can't rely on magic. Magic is no good.
I'll have to disagree there. I mean, that hurts a little.
I'm just saying it's not reliable.
How many times have I saved you siphoning the life out of someone else and putting it in your body, and you're telling me it's not reliable?
It's not reliable to kill things, anyways. Healing, certainly, not killing.
What's that thing you do then? Or, I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody else, but I do notice your little when you're trying to
That's
go
not
after.
magic. That's not magic.
I think you might be in denial.
I don't do magic.
Maybe I could teach you some magic. We'll trade, and then you'll know it's not so bad.
I can't do magic.
Okay, all right. So what do we do? Do we wait this out? Do we follow them?
I mean, we can wait until we're healed and then sneak behind them. I mean, if we don't and we go back, then they're just gonna find more refugees.
Wait, do I notice a connection between the flesh that was on these zombies, like, to the flesh that was, like, the collar was made out of for the basilisk?
Make a minute. Probably not. These seem different. That flesh was just, kind of like it was leather, basically, made from probably a humanoid creature. But these creatures have been changed in some way. So it's hard to say. But no, they don't seem similar.
Alright, okay, yeah, I guess we'll rest here, and hopefully whatever Javid's dealing with will be gone by the time we need to leave.
No,
Yeah,
that's normal for him. Sometimes he just has a bad trip.
we haven't gone anywhere.
I like baseball. Sometimes tea doesn't sit well with him.
He maybe needs some lesson on tea making.
Yes, maybe Briar could help him.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, okay, and we're just gonna, like, slyly bring Briar in and be like, "Listen, Javid needs help making tea."
He's not good at it. I've had his tea. It's not good. I try to be nice.
I mean, if Azrael can't stomach it, that's some bad tea.
I even try to help him. It just doesn't work out.
Okay, yeah, Briar, I mean, come on. You gotta help him out. This is like, and like, just looking at Javid all green. Like, this is.
I'm not sure he roasted the herbs right. Like, you're not supposed to use raw herbs, right?
I'm assuming Briar is just going on about the science of tea.
The Allure root is dried and prepared before you consume it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad everybody likes their necklaces. It brings me joy. Dwarf did a good job.
Yes, thank you. And that I love how they're personalized, individual. Uh, each one speaking to its owner.
Yeah, I gave him a little description of each of you guys just to get an idea, and they really pulled through.
Why do
Be
mine
nice.
have teeth? I punch things.
Remember that thing that I mentioned a second ago about the
See,
and the
that's not
blue
my
ball?
thing though. That's not what I do. I punch things.
Okay, but it does stand out. Can you not agree? Like
Other
that's like a
people
big
are not
deal.
supposed to know about that.
Then don't
I
say it to
believe
other people.
what
It's
the
our
hell?
little secret.
I'm telling other
Friendships,
people.
necklaces, secrets make friends. Okay? And we know it's a little inside joke. And now you have a teeth necklace.
For the record, your exact words to the dwarf when you described Azrael was badass key and calmness and vampire. So.
I mean, you got to admit that that's like, I mean, the punching is cool and all, but the thing that sticks in your brain is the fact that at any moment you might
Okay, first, I
do
kind of
things.
push her off to a corner. I'm like, look, okay, that is not me. Okay, that's not me. I'm in control of it. It's not me.
Have you had some of the tea?
Look, that is not me. Okay, it's a thing, and I'm trying to get rid of it.
Oh. I see what's happening. Asriel, I am one of the most non-judgmental people you will meet. I think who you are is beautiful and it's very cool.
But
And you
that's
should
not
accept that as
me. That is not me.
you must have gotten bullied as a child about it. I understand. You're in denial about who you are. I really think I think you should embrace that part of you. It's cool.
It's not me. It's another thing that needs to go away.
Oh, I hope one day you can accept who you are. And I'm just gonna like pat her on the shoulder, like just like so like sympathetic towards her and not accepting her own self. Well, okay, you know something? I have a secret of yours. I'll tell you a secret of mine. And I'm sure you're aware, but people don't take too kindly to necromancy. Um, but I'm kind of on a mission to and I'm gonna like switch to like talking in her head. I'm trying to disband that cult in a Karanath. It's it's it ruins necromancy completely. Like the way that they are and act and pull people in unwillingly. It's just it's not right.
Do I know anything about this cult?
What's the name of the
Make a
cult
history
again?
check.
Cult of what?
Hang on, I have it somewhere. I just forgot exactly what it's called.
Yeah, I still have a disadvantage, right? Because of the Icar thingy, or no?
No, you're fine.
Then it's 25.
So you would probably recognize that she's like not. It's not a cult. She's talking about the government from that city. It is called the Order of Boundless Nightmare, and they're a whole. It's a magocracy of mostly necromancers.
You a terrorist?
I don't know. I just someone who believes that I know some things about that order that you would find to be evil. I don't think that they're doing good things. They're making a bad name for necromancy. They're taking advantage of people. People, anyone who shows arcana in that area, they suck them in and there's no escape.
They
It's
kidnap
their own
children?
in a way. It's if they don't comply, things go badly. It's sort of like a
So,
indenture.
so you hunt the wicked.
I'm going to
Um,
take a little break. I'll be right back.
I hunt. I guess my big thing is people should be accepted as they are, and nothing is inherently evil. And I think that people should have a choice. And the fact that these refugees don't have a choice, those slaves didn't have a choice, these people didn't have a choice. This person that taught me all that I knew didn't have a choice, and now they're gone. And I need to I need to make sure that what I'm given, what they risked for me is to make sure that no one is affected by this.
I will help you kill evildoers.
Hopefully it won't take much killing. I feel like I mean it is a cult to me. It's brainwashing. It's people not having an alternative. It's corrupt, quite frankly. And I'm hoping that if we can just fix that, then maybe people will have a better understanding of what I do and how it's not evil. And
The only
maybe I
way
can...
to dispense the wicked is to kill.
Maybe. Maybe the ones that are in charge. But not the ones under them. I knew someone who was one of them who was not evil. They didn't have an option. Now you have the secret. I trust that you don't say anything. But yeah, that's what I'm here for. I want to get better at my magic before I go into such a huge government and try to figure that out.
Maybe try fighting magic with non-magic.
I'm gonna like hold up my arm and like look at my bicep and be like, I mean, how many months do you think it'll take for me to get to where you are? And I'm just like looking back at my bicep, looking at her arm.
Fighting magic won't work. You should try non-magic.
Again, magic isn't inherently evil, it's how you use it. I have a knack for it. I think this is my strong suit. And maybe non-magic with magic going against this will be the best option.
All right. So, as you guys begin wrapping up your short rest, is there anything else you guys would like to do before you head off in search of the creatures that have been kidnapping the people of Torrevere Deep? I just want to get to one more thing, and then I think we're going to stop.
No, I think I'm good.
Could I have potentially mind linked with one of those undead creatures and have them not notice that I'm listening in? Means their intelligence probably isn't there. Like, could they think?
Uh, uh, you I mean, you could link with them, um, but it ends as soon as they can't see you anymore.
But they weren't aware of where we were, right?
Correct. They didn't see you.
Okay, then I guess I won't bother.
Yeah, it would only work up to 60 feet. And they would have to be able to see you. All right. So I'm guessing you guys are going to shuffle off after that. Probably doing some track. Who's good at
Probably what David would want to
survival
do.
check?
Yeah, I feel like David's good at that.
Yeah, either him.
Because Briar has a bright light. to be able to see where he doesn't.
Okay. All right. So, the rest of you begin shuffling off in search of the creature. Javid kind of poking his head out of the darkness every once in a while into the light and saying, gesturing for you to follow him this way. Twists down into some of the cavern. It gets narrower and wider here and there, kind of leveling out at one point. Eventually, your party kind of enters into what appears to be some kind of cavernous throne room of sorts. Not quite. But there is kind of a lowered area, a few kind of stone dwarven tables, another area on the back end. You can see kind of entrances on either side. The room looks pretty old. Just as you kind of enter the room, Javid, you hear shuffling. The other three entrances kind of pouring out of them. More waves of the zombie creatures. So this is where we're going to stop, because we've been playing for about 3 hours. It'll be right at the start of the fight.
Do we see like a queen, mistress type creature? Is it
No,
just
they look
the
just
zombies?
like the regular ones you fought already.
Okay.
I'll let you look at what the room looks.
So it seems like they were probably expecting us.
Maybe.
No, this is fun.
And they look like the exact same zombies we've already dealt with.
Correct. So, I hope you guys had fun. I will see you guys next week.